My goodness.
We're live, Jordan. You gonna bring us in?
We are live with Hash Out Hour. Prappa 604 Ginga Ninja is in the house with us tonight. Welcome.
Hi guys, what's going on? So glad to be here. It's gonna be an awesome chat. We'll get into some deep Big Brother talk, and thanks for having me on the show. 604 in the house.
I can do it too. I think it's our own side. Let's get right into it. So, I know that you were surprised to hear that Kevin was a poker player.
Yeah, I was really
Um,
surprised. I was really surprised, and you know what? I remember having a conversation or two about poker with Kevin in the house, in the kitchen, in particular, and still had no idea until I was outside the house. Wish I would have known that. It would be definitely a guy that I would want to align with, knowing that we had that in common. Not that I'm a pro poker player or anything, but I do play once in a while with buddies, and yeah. That was a crazy shock, and then you hear Naya's a doctor, and Zach's a med student, and Godfrey's a psych student, and I was trying to hide that I was a baseball player, so it was so crazy that like everyone. I think Risha has a few secrets too that she's hiding, so I think everyone had a little something something to hide, and it was crazy that that's how it all unfolded.
well, I can tell you that Ashley used to work for Victoria's Secret.
I think we knew that, like a model though.
No, she actually
No,
worked in one of the
retail,
stores. She would have
retail.
been. She actually, here's like an interesting. My friend Sarah was her boss, and
No way.
they were gonna bring me
We lost Jordan.
Yeah, I
also
lost it.
been
There she is.
her boss.
Jordan, can you repeat that? It cut out.
I would have actually worked with Ashley as well,
Yep.
and we had Sarah on the show, and she must be surprised now because she didn't expect Ashley to be doing so well.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know what? Ashley's playing a great game. I think Ashley's in a great. I don't know. Maybe 2 days ago, I thought she had a great chance at second place. If she goes into this girls' alliance under Sarah, that might be a mistake for Ashley. She should keep playing both sides, in my mind. 2 days ago, she was in a brilliant spot. She had Zach, she had Kevin on each side, she had Bruno still. Whether it was chop chop or not, Bruno wasn't going to go after Ashley. That's not Bruno's target. I know that for sure. So Ashley was in a great spot a couple days ago, but I think she's getting a little bit of attitude now, and Sarah's getting them under her like wicked witch of the east spell, and Sarah is kicking ass in the game. And she is getting Ashley right now to move from the chop shop, or what was the chop shop maybe 10 days ago, to now into the Sarah alliance. Sarah's killing it, but she does have a big target on her back. Bruno's wanted her out since week 2. We discussed of taking her out before Naya, and we know that Sarah is deadly, and Bruno knows that right now for sure.
What were your thoughts when you guys, speaking of getting Neha out, that instant eviction and you all had to go into the vault and it was very Survivor?
Yeah, it was awesome. That was an epic moment in my time, just going in the vault. It's all dark. I got to whisper the chop shop shout out. It was really cool, but the best part about it, which I know Naya hates, and it's not the best part about it, but it was so funny that Bobby during the eviction had his hoodie on and was actually laughing like hysterically, like a little kid in school that like he had to leave the room because he was laughing so hard, and he just kind of pulled it out into like a cry. And I think most house guests thought he was crying, but I knew he was dying with laughter. And it was an epic moment because Naya was a deadly player, and she was definitely coming after Bruno, myself, Godfrey, Bobby. So it was good to get her out, and she was a strong player. If I could do it all over again, I would definitely try to align with Naya rather than go against her.
Do you think aligning with Neha would have been a good strategy? Because I
Yeah,
know you guys had both talked about it.
100%. And I was willing to work with Naya, and then we started a comp. It was the true or false, and then she won. She won the very first one and put up me and Godfrey. And like 10 minutes before this, she came up to me and was like, clean slate. And I was like, 100% clean slate. Let's like start working together. And then all of a sudden, she threw me up against Godfrey in the very first true or false. So that was kind of when I was done with Naya. But yeah, I created the chop shop way too early. I should have done it on day maybe 5, 6, or 7 rather than day 3. And yeah, it was. If I could do it all over again, I definitely wouldn't have Willow in there. I would have Naya or Sarah, and don't think I'd have Zach in there as well. I didn't like his loyalty. I think Johnny would have been a good pick. Johnny's super loyal. If I could have rolled with those people, including Bruno's loyal guy and Bobby's a loyal guy. We've seen in the past with like alliances like the Brigade go really far in Big Brother with loyal people, and that was kind of the direction I was trying to go. Like Enzo and Hayden Moss, they had a good group of people, and they went really far in the game. So that's kind of what I was trying to do with the whole chop shop thing. But it just, if I could go back, I would definitely want to align with Naya and not Willow. And I love Willow, but I just don't want to play Big Brother with her.
Willow seems like someone that I would like to live in her head because I have no idea what's going on.
There is lots going on. Willow is, yeah, she's crazy. She's very like hyperactive. So like she'll all of a sudden just start bouncing off the walls. I don't know if it's sugar intake or ADD or what it is. She's an amazing person. I love Willow to death, but yeah, that she can really get on. She really got on my nerves, I know, in the Big Brother house, and it was shitty because she was in my alliance. She was one of my 6, so it was really a tough situation. Like, yeah, this chick drives me wild, but she's on our team kind of deal. You know what I mean? I wish I could have traded her and stayed longer and got to get away from her, but it is what it is.
How did the chop shop like come about day 3?
It came out. I started the chop shop. I knew I wanted to work with Bruno right away, and maybe I should have just stuck with Bruno instead of trying to create this bigger alliance. But I just picked the team. I knew Zach was athletic. I knew Bobby could win endurance competitions. We wanted Ashley for exactly how Ashley's playing right now. She'll vote with the team. She'll vote with the house kind of mentality. We knew that from Ashley after 3 days. And Willow, I really I loved how like she did really great in wall to wall, and she could really like kick ass in some comps. But as the days went on, she just became more and more hyperactive, and you could just see like how she acted. But that's how kind of the chop shop came about. The name chop shop, Bobby actually got the chop part of it. I had the chop part of it. It was like instantly we were in the kitchen, and Bobby was like, "We need some kind of chop." And as soon as he said that, I looked at him and said, "Chop shop," and like we both were like, "Oh, like sick name," and like high-fived and went and shared it with everyone. We were pretty excited about the name, but that's kind of how it. My goal going into the house was to get a 5 or 6 alliance, and my other goal was to align with the gay as part of that 5 or 6 alliance. I got away from my goal, and if I would have had Johnny working with me in that house, probably still be in there.
Fair enough. Did you guys think that you would be voting that first person out between Risha and Pilar?
Yeah, the whole house was voting Risha out, even though I tried to save Risha like the night before eviction, because now look how that worked out. This could be a totally different game if Peely would have been out of that house in week 1. Who would have Kevin win and had the showmans with? He might have had to stay with Johnny. But yeah, it's just kind of how the game rolls. And Risha would have been an interesting character in the house, that's for sure. But I don't. She's like me. Me and Risha aren't wired to win Big Brother. We'll give you guys good entertainment, but we're gonna piss too many people off at some point in the game, and that's kind of what happened. Not really with Risha, but I lived with Risha in Sequester, and those people in that Big Brother house right now wouldn't have put up much of Risha. I can pretty confidently say that.
So, give us some of the dirt on the sequester house.
Dirt on the sequester house. Where are you trying to go with all that? I don't know, man.
I don't know what happened. We don't get to watch any of that.
Yeah, there's no cameras in there, right? That's where all the good stuff. That's where all the good stuff happens. I'm sure that I'm sure that JP and Cindy are having a great time in sequester, hopefully, as we speak.
I don't know how his mother would feel about that one.
I know. I saw online Mrs. Parkar say a few lines about it, but I can tell you right now they're having a good time. So I don't for sure. There's nothing else to do, Mrs. Parkar. So I mean, absolutely nothing else to do. So you might as well have some fun somehow in there. The food sucks. It doesn't suck. They give you everything and anything you want, which is really great. Like, but it's just like cookies and chips and a lot of foods that I don't really like to eat, and you just get, lazy, and there's not really too good of a workout system in there. And we had no hot tub at this one. You can usually kill a couple hours a day in a hot tub. So, sequest for me, especially after the endurance competition, I just really wanted the hell out of there. It really sucked, but you just gotta like kind of put up with it. And there was many fun times, and I'll have a lot of like life memories from sequester. One of the guys looking after us, it was his birthday. We had like a great time celebrating his birthday. Naya made a cake. Naya made chocolates. Like Naya was just like crazy.
How amazing are those truffles?
Oh, they're so good. You guys have had them then? They're like so amazing. They're so amazing.
I'm putting in an order.
You definitely should, because they're like chocolates you've never had, and like I'm a big chocolate freak, and the way Naya made these, they melted in your mouth, and there's a lot of great times in there. We did like lip syncing and karaoke, and it was like so much fun, but at the same time, you just want to know what's going on in the real world.
I understand that. How as soon as the comp to get back into the house started, did you know there was no way you were taking that? Because it seeed very much like it was here for girl. Yeah.
It was a joke. It was such a fucking joke. I still get upset about it. I mean, it was unfair, and like all the producers knew it. Everyone knew it. The wardrobe that put all those uniforms on us, like going into the comp, must have just been dressing me like, I mean, why are we even dressing this kid? He has no chance, in the back of their mind. Which is unfair. It should be a vote or a crapshoot or like some kind of Plinko style luck of the draw, or some kind of endurance we can control, like in BB USA 6, when they held their hand on the button for 20 hours. Do something, what I mean? Something like that. We had days to do it. So for them to have that competition, I was really disappointed. I had no chance. Johnny had no chance. Risha had no chance. It was all body height, body weight, shoe size. It was very aimed for, and Cindy had it. Why? I know Naya stuck in there a long time, but I don't even think Naya had a chance. That was for Cindy to win, and Cindy to win only. I don't think they had it set up that way for Cindy, because Bobby's a rock climber. Maybe Bobby would have done really good in that comp, but I wish it would have been something else personally, you know what I mean? But that's just my opinion, and I got to wear it, so it is what it is.
It would have been, like, that night when that competition was just, like, wrapping up.
Yeah.
I actually thought you may have won it because of the fact that Big Brother changed your picture on their Facebook page to color,
yep.
And that, like, sent us all into a tailspin.
I bet it would have been crazy. Would have been crazy if I got back in there.
And then Johnny was shaded colored on the Twitter page.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then it was promptly removed, but we thought maybe you did. And then when the feeds returned finally in the morning, we discovered Cindy was back in the game.
Yeah.
Do you think you would have been able to?
I wish I knew where she was going with that question.
This week?
There you are. Can you repeat it? You just skipped out, Jordan.
The safe week, do you think you would have been able to solve that puzzle?
Oh, no, I don't know about that. I think maybe I probably could have done it. We'll see, but I think they kind of set those up to like make you win them, and you can't really fail. But Cindy's really good at numbers and stuff like that. I'm not sure if I would have or not, but I think I would have been. I think I could have been safe in the house for a few weeks if I got back in. I had a good game plan going back in, and I think I could have lasted longer than Cindy did for sure.
What would you have done differently to stay longer?
Well, I immediately would have tried to go and work with Sarah for sure. That was one of my goals for sure, and to break up the chop shop, to bring Bruno and Bobby and try and go on a line. And you see, like Sarah, this is what Sarah has been wanting the whole time. She just has had to work so hard to get it. She kind of had it with Naya and Cindy, and then lost it, and then Cindy came back, but she's finally getting a group of people to work actually with her. And I would have definitely went back in and tried to align with Sarah. If that meant I would have had to align with Brittany, I would have done it. But Bobby and Bruno, Sarah, myself, Brittany, I think we could have done some major damage. I would have definitely tried to go back and work with them and explain to them that Kevin and Zach are big threats. Because they are, and Zach's kind of laying under the radar here the last couple of weeks, but Godfrey and him are going to go at it, and God, they want each other out. They're going to eliminate each other for sure.
Who do you think? Oh, go ahead, Jordan.
Who was there any indications of the Zach and Jordan alliance?
None. They did a good job of it. And you know what? Actually, when I was, it was about 5 minutes before my eviction and we all had to be downstairs, I saw them whispering and talking, and then I kind of like caught wind of it for the first time. But I had no idea of Newport. No idea. It's good. They did a good game, but yeah, I wish I would have been a part of it. It's too bad.
Who do you think is going to take this game? Oh,
sorry.
I was asked, who do you think is going to take this game all the way, and who do you want to take this game all the way?
Well, I want Bruno. That was my closest ally in the house, and Godfrey, I hope, does really well too. Who do I think's going to win? I think Sarah's got a great chance right now. I think Kevin's got a great chance to win the game too. If it's not one of those four people, I'll be very, very surprised. Those four people are killing the game. So it's the poker player, the gamer, the psych major, and the manipulator in Sarah. And I say that with that's like a compliment to Sarah, because she is really she's really killing the game. Like, she really, really is. She's playing a beautiful Big Brother game. She does have a target on her back. Those four people are a step ahead of Zach, Peely, Ashley. Like, those people are playing a good Big Brother game, but not on the level of Kevin, Bruno, Godfrey, and Sarah. Those people, I really admire their game. And what has happened this year is they've taken the emotional element of myself and Naya and Johnny out of the game, where Risha, where we could where we're the people that are gonna give those fights and that drama and the battle between the house. They've gotten rid of all that, and now it's just the poker gamer kind of in your head, no emotion mentality, and it's really, really cool to see and watch these guys play it out, especially after being in the house. But I know a lot of Big Brother fans want the drama and the yelling and screaming, which that's what I was trying to give with the glasses and the sign and the name and the whole 9 yards. I was just trying to give the fans all of that, where I know that element of the show is really lacking right now. And I sent a tweet out earlier that if Kevin and Godfrey happen to get evicted this week, or even one of the two, there is really no characters left on the season. There's great people and very good strategic minds still left in the game, but as far as characters and entertainment level, we're all sitting here talking to you right now. Naya, Johnny, myself, Risha, Cindy as well. So
I know I got it because all my favorites have been post. There seems to be a curse or something. All my favorites going in have been evicted.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
I was pulling for Risha.
Killing it in our draft. Killing it.
Who was? You were killing it, Amber?
I'm killing it. We have a draft, and Like
So who are
every
you?
one of her people have been evicted.
Who you got left?
I have nobody.
Yeah, I have everybody. I
That's
think I've only
awesome.
lost one. I think I
I
was
have,
forced to have Cindy.
No way.
I, th I think I have Ashley left.
You got a chance
Is
with
that
Ashley.
correct?
I don't think Ashley can win it, but she can definitely. I think she's gonna go really far. But we'll see here. She's just starting to cross that line.
I see her or Peely being drugged to the end
Yeah,
to somebody to sit next to them in final two.
yeah, yeah. It looks like that, and that's
Well,
kind of how Big Brother has
I
played
think
out here. Yeah, Jordan.
I think if Kevin takes Peely to the end, he's got the game.
Yeah, I think he does too. I think he does. Kevin looks great right now. Kevin
Actually,
looks great.
I think if Kevin survives tomorrow night, he is going to win the game.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
but at the
I
same time, I'm now cheering for him, so things might not be looking to his favor.
And at the same time, don't count Sarah out. If Sarah
Oh
also
no.
Sarah will go after Kevin. Sarah is very, very smart, and man, Sarah is killing it. I would like to see Sarah go to the end. I haven't said that yet, but I would like to see her over Kevin for sure. I want Bruno for sure. I want Godfrey. Those are my heart picks. I worked with those guys in the house, so I really want them to do well. But it would be cool to see Sarah win it over Kevin for sure. And
How do you
Godfrey,
think?
we should really talk
The
about
title
Godfrey
in
though.
Alberta.
We should really talk about Godfrey because he's really come on strong here the last 3 weeks, and he's got good entertainment level, and he's actually playing a really, really great game where he was on the radar so hard in the first 3 to 5 days of the house. The whole house wanted him out. Then he laid low for like 3 weeks, and then you saw the fire get under him again where the whole house wanted him out. He survived that, and now he's starting to slip back under the radar where he could be in the final 4 or 5 easily. And then if he wins an HOH, he's in the final three. Godfrey's killing it right now too. He's playing a very, very quiet, sneaky, entertaining game.
I
Why did they
agree.
want Why did they want Godfrey out?
He was all
Because he
over
was sleeping.
No, that's not why. In the first 3 to 5 days, they wanted him out. Every intelligence you would give this guy, he would run and tell the next person. Godfrey's mouth was in everyone. Godfrey's name was in everyone's mouth all around the house, and it was like crazy. He was trying to play such hard game, and I don't know if it got edited on the TV on the Global series or not, but I went up to him and was like, dude, you have to chill out. This whole house wants you out. And he totally chilled out. He totally changed his game, and that's when he started going to sleep. He said, okay, I'm not going to play game. I'm just going to go start sleeping. And he started laying down and going to sleep for the rest of the 3 weeks straight. And he started again the other night. I saw in the live feeds everyone was saying, here goes Godfrey again. And you could see him going around to everyone and starting to talk game with everyone. And that was the old Godfrey and that'll get him out of the house. If he can continue to lay low, he's got a great chance to move forward.
With this triple eviction, ideally, who should win HOH? Who needs to leave tomorrow night?
Mm-hmm. Well, I hope if Bruno wins HOH, it's going to be epic because I guarantee he'll make huge moves. And I was kind of disappointed in Kevin. He gets rid of Bobby. Okay, the internet hates Bobby. The house hates Bobby. You don't get rid of Bobby right there. You don't get rid of Brittany either. You use your veto. You take someone off, and you get Zach, Bruno, or Sarah. One of the really, really if he would have got one of those people out and then worked. So if he takes Bobby off the block, he can work with that whole side of the house with Peely. I didn't like the move of him not taking out a big threat. Bobby's not a big threat. I thought that was a bit of a waste of an HOH. Yeah, you got Bobby out, who was working with Bruno and Godfrey, but I think you could have got a much bigger player out right there on the back door, especially after Kevin won the veto. After Kevin won that veto, that was a massive play. I'm cheering for Bruno in this veto competition. It's massive that Kevin's not playing in it. By the looks of things, there's going to be 3 people on the block, so that's going to be very interesting to see how that all plays out. I can't wait. Tomorrow night's going to be an epic Big Brother Canada show, if not one of the biggest ever.
What do you think is in the floor in the have-not room?
It's funny to say that. My dad, the second I got walked in this house, my dad was saying that he thought there was something in there, and it's got to be a special kind of veto. I'm not too sure, but it's got to be some kind of diamond veto. Is there something in there for sure? Like I don't know. Do you guys know that there's something in there?
Okay, so you have first episode they show something coming out of the floor and they say this twist will bring the house down.
Crazy. Okay.
And that's why there's like sirens in there.
Yeah. Crazy,
so,
man. I wish I would have known that. That's so nuts.
I have no idea what.
It's got to be like a save yourself veto, golden veto, platinum, diamond, whatever you want to call it. It's got to be some kind of veto in there. That you said that's going to bring the house down. It could be, I mean, that could be epic. And someone can't believe like some people didn't find it. There's such Survivor fans in there with Kevin and JP, and I can't believe they haven't found it. I can't believe I didn't find it, but that's crazy. I hope someone does.
They were close.
What's that? They were close a couple times.
I guess it's not ready to happen yet.
Yeah, maybe something like that. You never know. They're gonna run their show how they want and make whoever they want to find it. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be something very similar to the Scarlet veto, where there's gonna be clues left in the house, and then they're gonna be led to that. And then I had speculated that it might be actually triggering an instant eviction of some kind.
Ooh, I would like that. I like that idea. That'd be awesome. Especially if it says it's going to blow up the house, right? So yeah, that I like that instant eviction idea. Find this, and you can instantly evict whoever you want. That would be epic.
Yeah, that
and
would.
the thing with that is I don't think it's a veto just because they tried the veto twist with Bruno and it didn't pan out how they would have liked to have. Yeah, it flopped. So I don't see that being the reason. I don't see why there would be a veto in the floor.
Yeah, no.
But I guess anything's possible.
Yeah, you never know with Big Brother. That's the thing. It's crazy. It's really, truly crazy in there. You never have any idea what's going on. It's insane. It changes from 1 minute to the next. So 1 minute you think you're safe, the next minute you're on the block, and you don't know who's where. It's paranoia like crazy. I like your idea of the instant eviction. That's awesome. That would be epic.
You didn't fight when they put you on the block.
I didn't fight, really. You know what I mean? I know. You want to talk about that? You're so funny. I didn't fight. I pretty much knew I was gone. I did try and fight a few times, whether you guys saw it or not. My whole game lied in Zach's hands. It was all up to Zach, and I had an intense conversation with Zach in the bedroom. He knew where I was coming from. All he had to do, Bruno tried his ass off. You saw him in the pantry with JP and those people. I saw the clip on YouTube where he's like, we can keep Graig, and all Zach had to do was be like, yeah, and then Ashley would have been like, okay, and then I would have had the votes. So I know Bruno said to the diary room, Graig's game's in my hands, but it wasn't in Bruno's hands at that time at all. It was in Zach's hand. Did Bruno have a huge part in it and need Bruno's vote? Absolutely. But my game was in Zach's hands at that moment. Whatever Zach said would have went. We didn't even need Kevin or Pilar's vote at that time. All we needed was the Chop Shops and Godfrey, and we had that. And yeah, it just wasn't meant to be for me in there. You know what I mean? And you do get claustrophobic. You do get homesick. Or I did both of those. I can't speak for anyone else. Once you kind of know you're out, like it was the funnest time of my life from day 1 until day 18. And then once I got backdoored and put on the block and knew I couldn't fight for veto, it's very, very, it hits the ego hard. It's very humbling. And yeah, I didn't really try and fight too much. When you know you're gone. You know you're gone. There's no way Sarah, Brittany, Johnny, that whole side of the house, they weren't going to keep me. They weren't. At no cost was I going to get their vote. If I could do it all over again, I would go back and go to Johnny and be like, hey, I got this chop shop formed, and now I want to come work with you. Get Bobby out. Might have worked, might have kept me in the house a couple days longer, but I knew going into the show I'm not wired to win that show. I wish I would have lasted to maybe like 6th or 7th, 5th, 6th or 7th, around there. I didn't want to go out so early. But I know I get on people's nerves, and I know who I am, you know what I mean, especially in that environment where you can't get away. So I understand. I'm comfortable with who I am, and yeah, it was a great experience. I just wish I lasted a bit longer. And if I could go back, I would fight a little bit harder to stay in the house for sure.
Well, you were one of the memorable characters.
Well,
like everybody knows Ginga Ninja.
Well, thank you. That's what I was trying to bring to the show. That's really sweet of you to say too. You know, like yeah, I was just trying to bring like some like flair, and I think other house guests were jealous that I did have that and they didn't. Like yell your area code, you know what I mean? That's all I'm doing. And like for people that are from the 604, they understand it a lot better than anywhere else. We love where we're from. It is the best place in Canada to be, and I wear it proud. And I wanted to like just shout out to everyone back here watching the show, all my friends and family and fans, and yeah, it's been an awesome feedback since coming back. And no one else had a name like Beast Mode Cowboy, and like I had mine, Ginga Ninja, and like a couple other guys. No one really had anything, you know what I mean? And I know there was jealousy with that, and oh yeah, go hashtag yourself, bro, and all that shit. But like, it was just like, if you knew me, I had Twitter my entire life. I signed up for it after I got out of the Big Brother house. Like, look at my Facebook. There's nothing on there. Like, social media is a joke to me. I'm enjoying it now, like being out of the Big Brother house. But before all this, like, it was all a big job. I've never taken a selfie in my life before. I had to like send them to Robin Cass and shit like that. So yeah, if people actually knew me, they would know. It's like, and all my friends just laugh because they get me. And yeah, it was such a blast. It was such a blast. It was a great experience.
Are you getting a lot of flack from your friends?
My friends, no. My friends all love it. But like people I don't know and haters on the internet and shit, for sure. But my friends all loved it. Like honestly, there hasn't been one that has been like, dude, what were you doing? Like, if you know my boys, they are all eating it up, and like they loved it. And yeah, they know who I am, and so they just laugh their head off. They know I wasn't being serious with any of it. They know I was just like, you know, like just being myself and trying to be unique and funny and goofy and all of that combined. And yeah, it was awesome. It was so fun.
Yeah, it seemed like it was a blast. I like right from the start of the season, they threw everything but the kitchen sink at you guys. I noticed.
Yeah.
They took everything.
Was there any idea that...
Yeah, they did. Was there any idea of what, Jordan?
But there is a house dynamic that's missing right now.
Yeah.
Like, since you, Johnny, Neha left, I haven't really watched the feeds.
Yeah, and that's gonna be my argument when they have All Stars, because I just want to like try out for it. I know my game isn't All Star material, but I know my entertainment is, and they're gonna need that aspect. And hopefully they just want to get the most entertaining All Star cast ever assembled, and I can definitely like maybe be like the 14th to 16th pick of that draft. And I know I can bring entertainment level. I know when they do All Stars, I'm going to be around 40 years old. They're going to need that age group in the house. So I'm dying to for them to do All Stars. And like Peter Brown said it right, everyone that's been in Big Brother wants to play that game again so bad, and he nailed it on the head with that. I haven't even been out of the house a month, and I want to play again so bad. And I'm sure
you want back in that house.
Oh yeah, so bad. And the game, like right after I left, the game really started to get hot. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I didn't really get to get too deep into it. So I do have regrets with that. But yeah, it's a crazy game, and no one will ever know until they're in that house. I think 45 Canadians have played Big Brother. You know what I mean? And over 30 million have watched it total in all the years combined. You know, so it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy.
Who would you like to see in All Stars with you?
With me against, I don't know. I'd love to see. It's so funny because I've been talking to all these people and like texting like crazy. I'd love to see Arlie in the house, 100%. I would love to see Jillian in the house just because of the way she played the game. But then you need people. Ika, I think's got a great chance, even though she was voted out early. She'll give you good entertainment. Lots of people, you know what I mean? You just
She'll shred your letters for you.
What's that?
She'll shred your letters for you.
Yeah, exactly.
You left the Shield out.
The Shield definitely in there for sure. Both guys definitely should be in the house. Definitely representing the 604. Both of those guys. What's up, Peter? What up, Alec? But yeah, there's lots of great players. You know what I mean? So even I know Paul, like JP wants Paul back in on the All-Star segment. You know what I mean? I hope it's not Paul because that's a category I'm gonna try and fall under. But yeah, All-Star Canada would be epic.
I would love to see Kyle Shore back in the house.
Kyle Shore, I guess there's lots of drama revolving around that guy, but I'd love to see people like John and Netta. You know what I mean? Netta for sure. Netta's got to be in that house.
I don't think we'll get past winners.
I don't think we will either, which is great. That's good in my book. And I don't know if John.
So you would have to.
Wait, did we?
But
have
I know,
a winner?
like, if I was in there and Emmett was in there, I would have to get him out right away.
I bet you would. What about his girl though? His girl would probably try and keep him if they were in there together.
Well, yeah, but I don't see. She won, so.
Yeah. Winners. I don't think winners will be in there either. I don't think winners.
There was a winner.
I would have to work with Netta.
Go ahead, Ember.
Yeah.
There was a winner in the.
Chilltown?
Yeah, Will was in it.
Yeah.
He
you're
won
right.
season 2. I think that there may be one or two. They brought Dan back, not in All Stars, but they did bring him back. He had won.
I think it's all going to depend on just the character of the winner too. Like, do I see John coming back for All Stars? Like, maybe not. You know what I mean? But Jillian, I could see coming back just because of the way the player she was. Like, I don't even think John was a fan of the show before going this, but I bet he sure wants to play again. I haven't really talked to him about that. I have been talking with him, but I bet he wants to play Big Brother again real bad.
Oh God, everybody gets the itch.
Yeah, for sure. I know JP's gonna want to play. That's for sure. He'd be good for All Stars. Who else from this season? Kevin's lining himself up brilliantly for All Stars.
JP.
Godfrey.
As long as JP doesn't put himself back on the block.
Yeah, exactly. And what a stupid move from one of the biggest super fans of all time. I think he just tried to overplay the game. I've been a baseball coach for years, and whenever I overcoach, it always falls into a disaster, and that's kind of what JP did. He just totally overplayed the game of Big Brother, and yeah, he got himself out of there.
I think that's going to make him more itchy for All Stars.
Oh, you don't even know. He's going to want to play so bad. Like, he's going to go insane for the next 3 to 5 years, just wanting to play again so bad, knowing that he put himself on the block, knowing that he got the first big blind side in Canada history. For sure, he's going to be itching for 3 to 5 years to play. You're hilarious, Jordan.
You were doing a lot of cooking in the house. How did you get the idea to mash up Twistos?
Yeah, it was a great idea, and Naya cannot take that idea from me. That was my idea. So, Nay, you know that.
It was my idea. I cook
really?
with Twistos all the time.
That's so funny.
Twistos, send me free Twistos because I cook with it.
That's awesome. I got my mom.
Meatballs.
Ooh, sounds so good. That sounds so good. There's
meatballs, chicken parmesan.
I usually bread my chicken with just like some soda crackers or something like that. You know what I mean? And like some like seasonings and stuff like that that you get. And there was none in the house, and I just thought of the Twistos to crumple them up, and then it was Naya's idea to roll it in egg and then then put the so like collectively together, Naya and I made the chicken that night, and I can tell you right now, I've made a lot of baked chicken in my life. It was the best baked chicken that I've made, not ever ate, but that I've made. It was so delicious. We used, it's like a Twistos commercial now. We like used all three bags of Twistos, and just like not full bags, but handfuls of each flavor, crumpled them all up, rolled our chicken in it, and it was absolutely delicious. I recommend it to anyone. Cook it for 35 minutes on like 400. It was killer. Part of my strategy was to cook in the house, especially when it was such a young class. I was like, bingo. But yeah, it didn't really get me too far. You know,
A lot of them didn't know how to make coffee.
No, or like all they knew how to make were like grilled cheese sandwiches and stuff like that. It was pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy.
I still have never had Twistos.
Try them.
Okay,
They're
Amber,
really
I'm
good.
sending you some. I have your
I think I've
address. I'll
only
send you
seen
some.
them once. I mean, they're just not around here.
Yeah, I feel like a Canadian thing or something, but you should definitely get Jordan to send some out to you. They're they're good. They're good, and they're like better for you than like chips and stuff. It's got less salt, less fat, less trans fats, and they bake them. They're like leaner. They're not. I'm not going to sit here and say they're healthy, but they're healthy. They're a healthier choice.
They're healthier.
They're healthier. They're a healthier choice. That's for sure.
Let's see.
I don't know, like last season I discovered the twist because of the Twistos on Big Brother. I was like, what are these things? I have to go buy them. And then
Yeah,
I became addicted to them.
Yeah, they're super good. They are super good. It's funny. My parents brought some over, and they got a few bags, and they're all Twistos fans now. So it's funny how it goes like that. It's good. You know, we were trying to like set up games. I don't know if you guys saw on the live feeds where we'd put the bags all around, and like we were never told to do any of that. So don't think we were. Same thing with the Oxy stuff. Like and that's what people don't understand. I've got that question so many times outside of the house. I'm like, oh, they told you to say that, eh?
You need to make your fun.
But they don't tell us.
Fun.
They don't tell us to do anything in that house. They don't tell us to say anything. They might tell us to repeat a line that we say with more energy or something like that. But they don't put any words into your mouth at all. And so when you see us playing all those games with Twistos everywhere and OxyClean stuff, that was strictly you know, us just trying to be original and like trying to like think of stuff to do in the house because we have no balls or anything. So
is the football still in the house?
I think it is. They got it after
at one point.
Yeah, I think it is, and they had it after I left the house. So for the first 3 weeks we had nothing. We were wrapping toilet paper and yeah, it was quite the.
What were you and Bruno throwing while everybody was making out in the hot tub?
Exactly. There's just no one like. And if I could do it all over again, if I would have made out with Brittany, I would still be in that damn house because Brittany's the one that got me out of the house, and
I love that. I'm sorry.
So if I would have just made out with her, she was dying for me. She was dying for me to make out with her or cuddle her or whatever. I know, and like I have a high tolerance in alcohol, so there's like no chance with the amount of alcohol they gave us in that house for me to even get like a buzz on. Which if I would, I would have made out with her for sure. But I just had zero attraction to Brittany. For going back to play the Big Brother game, I should have made out with her, and then she probably would have put me on the block. You know what I mean? She would have been like, no, I'm not putting G up. But when I wouldn't cuddle with her, when I wouldn't make out with her, it sucks. And the shitty thing that no one knows is before the live feed starts, Brittany came up to me and was like, no one knows this, and came up to me and was like, hey, G, you have my back and I have your back. And I was like, for sure, girl. You know what I mean? And I never told her about the chop shop, but I would have taken Brittany further than I took Willow. I would have taken her at least through the chop shop to the final 5, 6. And from there, who knows what would have happened? The game, you create so many different alliances along the way. Who knows what happened? But I had her back. I had her back when she was on the block against Cindy, and I had control of the house at that time, and I could have been like, let's get Britt out, and she would have been gone. But for her to like then backdoor me, I still am like, it still hurts me. You know what I mean? Like people are like, "Oh, you still mad, Greg?" Like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm still mad. Like people don't know that we were in the bathroom. She came up to me. There's other things that I can't really say about the whole thing, about where she came from and stuff like that, but I don't even know if she was like a big fan of the show or not. I'll just say that. So, and I knew that. She came up to me. I had her back, and like for her to blindside me like that, I know Sarah was in her ear. I know Johnny was in her ear, but ultimately it was Brittany, and for her to do that, it does sting. It does hurt, and I'm sure I'll get over it at some point. But I should have made out with her. Fuck, all I had to do was make out with her, and I'd probably still be in that house.
That was $100,000 kiss.
I know. It was more than a kiss, though. I'd have to sit there and cuddle and make out and feel all awkward. You know what I mean? And like,
oh, you could have done it.
I probably could have done it, for sure.
You could have done it.
Yeah, I should have done it. 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 There was just zero attraction, and I talked to my best friend about it when I got home, and like, you know, we go girl shopping here and there, and he just said, as soon as I saw the show, he's like, I knew you had no attraction to any of them, and I was like, bro, I had zero to anyone in that house. There's absolutely zero attraction to any of those females. Are they great people? Do I love them all? Absolutely, but there was just zero physical, sexual attraction to any of them. Some alcohol might have changed some opinions, but there was never enough alcohol in there, so...
So what is your type?
I'm looking at it right now. Redhead, sexy dress, right, Jordan?
What was your expression when you came out and found out you had a future wife?
I know, right? I was like, no way. Like, I have to meet her. You know what I mean? Let me see who this is. You're funny. You're too funny.
Hey, Jordan.
It went on for too long. What?
No, it didn't, Jordan. I love it. You know what I mean? You're awesome. You're awesome. I'm really flattered by the whole thing. Like, really, it's been nice, like, chatting with you and getting to know you, and now Amber too. It's really awesome. And let's keep talking. And when you come out in May long, let's go meet up for a drink for sure.
Hey, Jordan, do you have any questions that were tweeted to you?
No.
Nope, our fans, our followers don't give a shit about us, and they don't answer. They never stand up for us, except I do have one. He's really good. He wants to know awesome. If you think Bruno's hurting his game trying to keep Bobby.
Yeah, he is for sure. He is for sure. He's killing his game trying to save Bobby. That's just what kind of guy Bruno is. I think his game's slipping away a little bit from his hands right now. He fought to save me. It didn't really hurt his game, but now that he's fighting to save Bobby, I think it's going to destroy his game. His game kind of got ruined. Kevin figured it out last week, and when he said it last night in his POV speech, Kevin said he learned a lot when he saw who was running into the HOH room, and that's the poker player in Kevin. He sensed Bruno's panic and desperation almost. And everyone did sense it, and I think Bruno's in big trouble now, where Kevin and Sarah are just laying under the radar. But that's why if Godfrey or Bruno can win that HOH, those guys are going to be safe. They're working together, so they're going to look after each other. There's no way Godfrey will put Bruno up if he wins HOH. It'll be Zach and someone for sure.
Do you think Godfrey will put up Kevin after Kevin didn't go after him?
No. No way. But he'll put up Zach for sure, and he'll put up Sarah for sure. And I think those will be Godfrey's targets for sure. It's Zach for sure, and he might even put Zach and Ashley up just to piss Zach off. And if it's a 3-man, how perfect is it for Zach, Ashley, and Sarah if you're Godfrey? I guarantee Godfrey's going to be making big moves this week, and it's going to be awesome to see.
So this is how I think it's going to play out.
This twist. Is it
3 nominations?
Okay.
Let me go over this. So according to the prediction section on the website, it's 3 nominations, 1 POV winner, 2 people evicted.
Okay.
So I'm thinking instead of them voting to evict, it's going to be out of the 3 nominations, who do you want to stay?
You're right on all of it.
Okay.
You're right on
And
all of it.
so
Pretty sure you nailed it all. I don't know. I have no idea, but if I had to guess, I would say that's definitely my guess as well. And I haven't even read the blog or anything like that, but I would guess that's exactly how it's going to work.
Then why is everybody calling it a triple eviction? That's not a triple eviction. It's
Well,
double.
because three people are going home.
On that night, on Wednesday night, three people will
Oh,
leave the house.
yeah, because Bobby's going home too. Okay, I'm with you now.
Bobby's the first of the three, it looks like, and
Okay.
then two
Bye,
people are going to
Bobby.
go. And it's not. And what's cool is that it's not a double eviction. It's not an instant eviction. It's the first ever kind of triple eviction, or two people out during the same vote, which I don't think's been really. It hasn't been done in BB Canada, that's for sure. But
It has not been. It's not ever been done. Huh?
I don't think it's ever been done.
It's unprecedented. Yeah. It's unprecedented.
Yeah.
They
so I think that's pretty cool.
But I worry.
They kind of ruined the twist last week before they announced it.
Yeah, and they kind of ruined it by putting the extra seat out, for the three people to sit. Like, they're going to know, like, you run through every single scenario in your head.
Willow has already got this down. She's like three people. Well, Willow thinks there's 5 people going home tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
I know. I read that. That's funny. There's gonna be 3 for sure, but like when you're in the Big Brother house, every single scenario runs through your head. It's like insane. Yeah.
I think they should have put the couches out tomorrow night when they're actually competing for HOH.
Yeah, or put
them.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been a perfect time. That would have been a perfect time for it.
Because then they come in and they're seeing the extra couch and they're like, what's going on?
It's a great call. You're really on this stuff, Jordan. You need to get in there.
But I worry.
Epically.
Say, okay, Bobby's going to go. Then say, by some chance, Kevin and Bruno or Godfrey and Kevin or Bruno and Godfrey end up leaving. We're left in the house with not that many good people left that are probably going to be picked off and not make it to the end.
Yeah, it's just not going to the entertainment.
Which is exactly why I'm saying that's why I'm saying if Kevin survives tomorrow night, all bets are off that he wins the game.
But let's just say, just for argument's sake, let's say get Godfrey and Bruno go. Because I foresee them being put up together.
Yep.
So we're left with who are the bigger players? Say Zach, Kevin, and Sarah.
Sarah and Kevin for sure. The other players just don't, like Ashley and Pilar. They're not playing Big Brother. Let's be real. Zach, like, he's okay, but he's just like a duh. You know what I mean? Like, come on, give us some entertainment, give us some expression.
But the floaters will end up overtaking the game, and they will end up getting out if they leave. And let's say Zach and Sarah and Kevin's left, they're going to be picked off one by one by the floaters.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm a fan of this. I don't think I'm a fan of this.
No, I don't think many people are. And like Naya, Johnny, and I had many conversations about it on this exact scenario happening after all the strong personalities are out. So yeah, it's just kind of how the game's gone, and all the characters are out, you know what I mean, and the fans are gonna have to deal with it. I love watching it because I know it's like Kevin and Sarah going at it mentally, and Bruno and Godfrey in that same. It's the poker player versus the gamer. It's like really cool. It's a game. It's really cool to see, but for the fans and for the entertainment and for the DR, it's gonna suck. And if Kevin gets out this week, because like he could, if Godfrey or Bruno win that and put Kevin up, and they actually get Kevin out of that house, like they gotta look to Godfrey, and Godfrey's a great character. His DRs aren't the best. English is the second language. He will do a good job carrying the show, but if you get rid of Kevin this week, the last 3 weeks are going to suck for entertainment value. I'll tell you that right now. Sarah will give it, but then everyone will get sick of Sarah because she's crying half the time too.
I'm afraid that it's going to end up. It's not going to be as bad, but I'm afraid it's going to end up like BB 15. Did you watch 15?
I did. Was that Gina Marie and?
That was Nick Uhas. Yeah, where Nick Uhas, if he had stayed and not went out week 2, I think the season would have been completely different. That
Totally.
Alyssa being the MVP and putting up the big players and getting them out in the beginning changed that season for what could be a really good season. Jeremy went. Who else? A couple other people went. David
Yeah.
Girton went. If they would have stayed longer, that season would have been great. It wasn't the
Yeah.
cast; it was the twist that really messed that season up. And I'm afraid that that's going to happen.
I agree, and I don't
this
think my game was too far off of Jeremy's. You know what I mean? We were both kind of the same dude, outspoken. You know what I mean? For sure. And I really enjoyed him on 15, but I could see some similarities in mine. In the Big Brother house, you gotta lay low. You know what I mean? And that's hard for Jeremy to do. That was hard for me to do. I hope I get to meet that guy one day because I loved him in the Big Brother house. He was awesome.
I did too. I
loved him. Hey, he was awesome.
Do you follow David on Twitter?
I don't think so, but I will. David,
maybe he'll be a finale.
Okay, you need to because it's the stuff he tweets is priceless.
Okay, awesome.
You'll never be bored.
It's gridiron wall.
I will.
I'll tag you in a tweet.
Yeah, do it for sure. Do it for sure.
Has Zingbot you?
Has Zingbot got me? Did we lose her?
I think she was asking if Zingbot had followed you.
Oh no, I don't think so. I don't know on that. I'll have to check. Like I say, I'm not a huge social media guy, so this stuff's all like new to me. But I heard Sarah zinged me pretty good on her comedy. That's pretty funny. I saw that the other night on YouTube as well. That was awesome. That was so good. That was so good. I loved it, and I can't wait to see Sarah and have like a drink with her, and maybe have a cigarette with her. You know what I'm saying? So
or a little bit more or something. You'll be smoking something.
With Sarah, some kind of smoke's in her mouth for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, guys, I have to run now. Though I have to get to this baseball game.
And I'm gonna go to bed early. I know. So.
Well, I had an amazing time. Well,
who goes to bed? Let's wrap this up.
Yeah, I'll come down to I'll come and do your show whenever you want. Like, let's wait another couple weeks, and before the finale, I'd love to come on and talk some more Big Brother with you guys.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure. And
you'll have met by then.
Well, it was nice to meet you, Graig.
Amber, it was great to meet you. Thank you very much. Huntsville, Alabama. That's so cool. You're way out there, and we did this interview. I know it's late there, so thanks a lot. And we'll keep talking through Twitter. Jordan, are you there? Thank you, Jordan.
Hey, Mom.
Yes.
Just a second.
You look great, Jordan. That dress is amazing.
All right. We might have lost.
Next show, I'll wear the audition dress.
Okay, awesome.
More low.
And keep trying out. You got a great personality, and you'll get on there. You definitely got the mind for Big Brother and the personality. So yeah, just keep trying out.
We will talk soon. Go enjoy your baseball.
Thank you, guys. We'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for everything.
Bye.
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 Bye.